All right, so this is our new RinseKit HYPER heater. This heater works only with our Pro products because you need the power supply. So today we're going to go over how to plug it in, use it, and how everything works. So the first thing you're going to need is a propane tank. These are sold separately. We do not include this with your HYPER heater. Once you have your box open, go ahead and take the regulator and screw it into the propane tank. And then if you turn the heater around, on the back here, the propane tank plugs in right here to the gas inlet. Once you have the propane installed on the back, then you can take your power supply and plug it into the back of the HYPER heater and then into your RinseKit Pro. This goes right here in this little red socket. And then this is a standard cigarette plug, so you could plug this into your car if you wanted to, but we're going to plug it into the RinseKit Pro right now. Then go ahead and disconnect your nozzle from your RinseKit Pro and plug it into the top one right here where it says connect to RinseKit. And then make sure that your valve is in the on position. Then you can take the hose that came with the HYPER heater, go ahead and plug it into the back where it says connect to shower. Make sure the valve is in the on position. So then go ahead and connect the nozzle that came with the HYPER heater to the end of the hose. And you notice we gave you a different nozzle for the HYPER heater because this one has a lot better flow, which allows the water to heat better inside the HYPER heater. So once you have that, go ahead and turn on your RinseKit Pro. You'll hear it charge up. And then if you flip the heater around here, I'll show you on the front. So then go ahead and turn on the HYPER heater on the front right here. And then if you look at the top of the HYPER heater, there's a dial that'll control the flame. So you can turn it up or down depending on how cold the water is inside your RinseKit and how hot you want the water to come out of the shower head. So obviously if you turn it up, the water's going to get hotter. If it's a really cold day, you're probably going to want it up all the way, but most of the time you can set it kind of right there in the middle and it seems to work pretty good. So once you go ahead and turn it on, then all you have to do is press this button right here on your shower head, and the heater will automatically ignite and start heating the water. And you can see on the gauge in the front right here, it's an instant water heater, so it'll heat up the water really quickly. So now you have instant hot water wherever you go. So in the case that your water is really cold inside your RinseKit, if you want to, you can actually cycle the water from the heater back into the RinseKit to kind of preheat the water in there first. So the way you would do that is basically just shut the valve right here, use the quick disconnect, and then you can just open this up and squirt the water right back inside the RinseKit. The heater will be heating the water and kind of preheating the water inside the tank. So by doing this, basically we're taking the water from the RinseKit, we're running it through the heater, heating it, and then putting it back into the RinseKit, which is essentially preheating the water inside the tank. This comes in really handy if you're somewhere where the water inside your RinseKit is really cold, like you left it out all night long and it got down below 50 degrees or something like that, and you wanted to preheat it first so the water can be hotter coming out of here. All right, so that's how you set up and operate your HYPER heater. Please feel free to reach out to us if you guys have any questions on how this works. Thanks a lot.